Hey, Steffi. So my Cash App should be in the description box, but I can put it in the comments for you. Let me do that. Hey, everyone. I'm so excited for this conversation. I have butterflies like it's the original, like it's me going through my defense all again. But oh my gosh, today has been so freaking amazing. I feel so freaking good right now. Um, Let me get to this live so I can share my Cash App for you. Yeah, it should be right under at the top where it is. It's like the first line. It says donations or something like that. Look, look, Bree. You know I had to bring the popsicle out, okay? Yes, it's the mango with the tahini. Yes, I love it. I love me some Mexican fruit. I ain't have time for the trolls today, y'all, so we doing member only chat because I really want to get into this conversation. I feel really good today, and I don't feel like having to transmute energy today. Oh, you see it now? Okay, I put it in the comments too, just in case. It can be easy to kind of like overlook or not see. And thank you, JW. Wait, hold on. Is that June? No, that's JW. Okay, I was like, wait, hold on. June, did you change your name? No. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Like, listen, Bree, I didn't think a lot of people like these. So that's how I know we sisters. That's that energy. That's why we vibe the way we vibe. Y'all, I passed my dissertation defense today. I've gotten all my crying out. I think the rest of the tears are just going to come at graduation. But when I tell you it was such a beautiful experience, it was such a beautiful experience. And just thinking about the journey of getting to this place and where I'll be heading with it all, like, just, y'all, the butterfly village is up. I don't know if y'all feel this energy or not, but my energy is representative of those who are on a similar frequency. And it's like there's a shift, an evolutionary shift, the closing of cycles into a new cycle, a new way of looking at things, perception shifts, walking into new roles, new opportunities. Like, it's just a different energy in general, and I know y'all feel it. Girl, these popsicles are so good. These popsicles are so good. I love the spicy. Yes, everything is aligning right now. And everything in life is always aligning, but it's like we're on the frequency where we see the alignment. You witness the alignment happening. So I'm gonna get into sharing a little bit about my research once I get a little bit more into my popsicle. This popsicle was so good. Hey, sweet people. Listen, it was so weird to hear my committee and my advisors call me Dr. Moe today. And we were discussing after everyone left, we were having a conversation, and they were just addressing me, and they were just like, yeah, and Dr. Moe. I'm just like, wait, what? What? Oh, 444 on the time. I was like, I feel like I just crossed again. Like, it's like, wow. Mm-hmm. The spicy and the sweet is so good. Oh my gosh, spicy and sweet is so good. So, I think I'm gonna do a vlog for my other channel, but my dissertation, y'all, this is my baby. I have been working on this research within this topic for the past 6 years. Michael, my Aries brother, welcome back. How you been, Pooh? My Ravenclaw, Aries brother, period. Hey, Annette Pooh. So my dissertation, y'all. So, oh my gosh, and like I'm so, oh my gosh, I'm like so motivated and excited for like what's to come, like everything that's coming about from it, like. Look, Michael, I have to come into Discord now. I have not been into the Hotties Discord in a second. I need to let everyone. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. So, okay, my dissertation topic. Hey, TJ Pooh. Thank you. Let me savor the moment like I'm savoring this popsicle. Let this be ASMR for y'all for a second, because I just want to savor this right now. And I think that's what the sirens are saying to do, okay? Y'all, while I was giving my presentation, the geese and the birds were out, okay? They were out. They were just literally right here just chilling. And I'm just sitting here looking at them like, y'all gonna be all in the recording. Y'all gonna be all in the recording. Okay, I'm gonna talk about it in 1 second, y'all. This popsicle hitting. If you all have ever had the mango and the tahini popsicles, whew. Yeah, because I have a minor edit I need to make and then upload the final copy. So it's like, it's not official, but that shit official, okay? Because I'm gonna get it done. One thing about me, I'm gonna complete some shit, okay? Listen, yes. That's exactly what it is. And I love how my journey has motivated a lot of you all to continue pursuing your work, to go back to school, to finish your degrees. Like, I know a lot of you all were saying like how you're going back for your doctorate, working on your master's, going back for your associates, your bachelor's. And it's just like, don't let anyone in the world try to tell you like, oh, because people be trying to be so spiritual. They try to be so spiritual that they become religious, okay? There's nothing wrong with higher education. As long as you have the supports and what you need to get through it, it teaches a lot, okay? And I actually have a class that we're going to be talking about this semester in the Butterfly School of Transformation, when you look at the words universe and university, okay? And how all of it coincides and works in together. Like, baby, when I tell you the conversations that I had and how I'm able to use my understanding of the spiritual world into this work in higher education, I'm able to step foot into rooms that some people are not able to step foot in, to be able to embrace change in another way. You get what I'm saying? Don't let anyone try to knock you off from doing something. You get what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for my doctorate, there are some rooms that I would not have been able to get into, okay? So do what you feel is on your heart to do, period. Oh, Brie. Hey, T. Hey, Taipu. Yes, it definitely is coinciding with the new moon and with that moon energy of what we've been channeling. And I stayed away from channeling collective energy while I was in this process because I didn't want to dilute any energy and all of that. But, and I was like, let me just keep this in membership aspect, you know, when I could. But it's just like everything has been flowing. Hey, Annette Poole. Hey, Risha. Thank you. And you know what, Risha? Thank you again for the gift. Baby, let me tell you. When they knocked on my door, I was practicing my presentation. I was in the middle of recording my presentation. got off the recording, went to the door, got the package. I didn't think anything of it. I don't know what I went to go do, but then something was just like, wait, you got an email saying from Risha that I was like, open the package. And I opened the package and I was like, like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I was going back and forth between should I get the cap and gown early to take pictures or just get the cap and gown the day before for the ceremony and leave it at that. And so when you sent that, I was just like, yeah, I'm taking pictures. And then shout out to Destiny. Thank you, Destiny, for sending me a generous Cash App as well. I definitely appreciate you. So that's being used to pay for the pictures. Okay. But you know what, Bree? See if you can find some fellowships or some scholarships, because it was this fellowship that helped me with my funding for my doctorate. I did not have to pay for my doctorate. I received a stipend every month while being in school. So they paid my tuition and I received a monthly stipend towards my living expenses. So it didn't pay everything, but it definitely helped with like a dent. So definitely look for different programs. Welcome to the membership, Nia. How you been doing, Pooh? I know you came through all of the book premieres when I was doing those. And at the end, when I would say hi, I was like, oh, it's probably gone. But hey, Pooh, welcome. Annette, it's you? Thank you, Pooh. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. I was not expecting that donation. I was just like, thank you, my love. And I can't wait to show y'all the pictures. I'm supposed to be taking them this weekend, so I'll keep you all updated. Thank y'all. But yes, look for different programs. So the fellowship that I received was actually called the First Generation Fellowship. And so it's a fellowship that's available for first generation master's level students and doctorate level students within their families. And so I was awarded that shortly after my grandmother had passed, actually. And so they paid for my tuition. Yep. Thank you, Michael. It's nice seeing you again. And so look them things up, honey. You never know what you find. You never know. Okay, I'm almost done with the popsicle and we're going to get into the research. These popsicles be hitting. It's nothing like the sweet and spicy together. Oh, walking with the baby. Y'all, my niecey Pooh is so cute. She's so perfect. I was just spending some time with them before getting back home. What you going back for, Pooh? Whew. Slurp it out. You like slurp it out. Oh shoot, the wind blowing. Got to get my mosquito candle going, okay? I ain't trying to have all the critters, okay? All right, so my topic was transmuting trauma. A case study that followed or explored the effects of childhood trauma on the career choices and experiences teaching of special education teachers. And so a major focus of the study was looking at in what ways did trauma and the experiences of the special education teachers, how did it affect the decisions that they made? So what did they do to work on their trauma? What were some of the steps that they had taken? What do they use to co-regulate their trauma now within their current work and things of that nature? And so finding that trauma doesn't always have to have a bad connotation to it when you look at it. Okay. It's one of those where it can have a positive effect of an individual as well. So it was shown that although they never had gone through a trauma-informed care training, for example, they still were able to embody some of those characteristics of a trauma-informed educator because of their experiences of what they went through, because the experiences helped them to build the empathy when working with students who may be going through some of those similar things. So some of the teachers involved, they went through homelessness, they went through assault, they went through abuse, they went through narcissistic parents, they went through various things. And so they would talk about how they found themselves being triggered and what they would do to work through those triggers. And so seeing this work and seeing how it can be transferred to other communities and other subject areas and concentrations, it's like for us to ask ourselves that question: in what ways have my childhood experiences impacted the decisions that I've made as an adult, or the direction that I've gone as an adult? Because when we look at it, oftentimes it is those childhood experiences and what we went through that has a strong impact on how we view the world, how we view other people, how we view situations. And it can have a positive or a negative effect. And so the framework of my study was looking at contemporary trauma theory. And with contemporary trauma theory, there's 5 key components that make up the effect of how trauma can affect the aspect of a person. And the 2 that are very, very strong that I know we oftentimes can see is first this dissociation of how we learn how to define ourselves with the trauma, whether we associate ourselves with it or we remove ourselves from whatever happened, who did it, and things of that nature. But it's how we define it. So some people can say, oh, that didn't hurt me, that didn't do this to me, and they close it off. You know, how do you choose to deal with it? How do you choose to define yourself in the wake of whatever happened, right? But then you have the reenactment, and we see this one happen a lot, where people get into relationships that remind them of the relationships that they had with the people who hurt them in their childhood. So they don't realize that they may be unintentionally repeating some of those cycles and connections and relationships with people because the relationships are familiar to them. So they stay within that cycle through a reenactment, which can then affect their long-term decisions going into adulthood. It can keep them from doing things that they really want to do, or it can have them do things that they really probably wouldn't do if they were thinking from a different space, I guess you could say. And so a lot of the work is definitely looking at how can we change the discourse around trauma, and with becoming more informed with it, of learning how to co-regulate, you know, what it is that you need within self with other people. So that was a big piece of the research. Like, I can go deep into baby everything that, you know, but it was a lot. Like, I didn't have to trauma bond by sharing what happened, you know, for the point to be made with everyone who was listening. You know, they could tell that, okay, these things may have happened, or something like this could have happened, something of that nature. But it felt good to be able to humanize my participants without having to put a highlight on their traumas and what they've went through and what hurt them. It's like we were looking at it from more of a, okay, well, what have they done with what happened to them? So it's like we were taking away the power from that by not talking about it, but we're just talking about what is being done and how that can be used with moving forward. And I feel like a lot of that really relates to just, the work and what I talk about here, on the channel, and my work in other areas as well, so it's like, wow, this can be very, very expansive, because think of how many people in general, like, they don't really have the reflective space. They don't allow themselves to be reflective, to sit and say, like, okay, what got me to start liking this? What got me to start doing this? And oftentimes there's an experience that impacted why we made that decision. It impacted our perception of that thing. And when we're able to be reflective, because I've definitely utilized reflection a lot within my work and my research and just the process with my triangulation of the data, it's like being reflective of how I'm feeling inside, of what I'm seeing, what I don't understand, what I want to get more information about. But when it comes to being open to being reflective, we have to be open to knowing that we may be looking at something incorrectly. And so that's something that, I highlighted during this process. And with everyone, I was just like, y'all know this process. Like, change, I don't always take change easily. Okay. It's a process for me. So, of learning how to be open to seeing things from another aspect, because I have a certain learning style. So if you're teaching me in this learning style and I'm not getting it, I'm gonna be blocked off to it. You get what I'm saying? But I'm learning how to adjust to different teaching styles. So just like not focusing on my learning style, and just paying attention to that, but learning how to learn from other teaching styles as well, so that I don't have to just be dependent upon if that person can teach in my language, but me learning how to create modifications, basically, to make it work for me, and I will say that was a big part of my journey, and it taught me the aspect of learning how to not have control over everything and just take the back seat and go with the flow of everything of what is going on, and my advisor and I was talking about that afterwards, and he was like, you now understand why I was like, yeah, I definitely understand. There was a method to your madness, but I had to learn how to adjust. We have to learn how to adjust. And it's like when we look at why we are here, and I'm looking at even the work that I do, I have the ability to be just like Sigmund Freud. I literally have the ability to create theories that will be used years down the line in universities and scholarly articles and things of that nature to reframe the concept of trauma and childhood trauma and how we can incorporate that healing. You get what I'm saying? And like seeing how I can fit into the sphere of everything, because when we first, when we get deep into the spiritual aspects, we feel like, oh, I'm so different, they don't understand me, I don't fit in, I can't do this. But we have to realize all those other people, they were geniuses as well, they were very connected as well, but they learned how to incorporate within the system that they were in. They learned how to manage and work within the world, and so that's where I find myself at, and realizing that there's more people like that who want that as well. I'm not trying to, take down a system and, all that. I don't want to do any of that. But knowing that I have the ability to reach different groups of people where it may be needed, and so it's just really beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. So my biggest thing now is working on getting these more publications in and a couple projects, And so I am definitely grateful for you. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, like, yeah. I didn't want to bore y'all by going too deep into the study and like what all I talk about with it, but it's just so much that can be said on even understanding generational trauma, And that's why I'm working on some work on utilizing ancestral veneration and altars as a way to help heal generational trauma, because oftentimes the trauma that they inflict on us, it is only because of what happened to them. So it's like what happened to them caused them to be in a certain way, in a certain manner. And so then they acted out in that way, and then you were just so happened the victim of what happened, right? But then that helps us understand, if we become more of a reflective society and we push reflection to help us become more aware of our actions and how our actions may affect, or how our past experiences may affect how we act out with people around us. So being able to come to the place to be able to forgive our parents, of understanding they did the best with what they knew, with what they understood, with the resources that they had internally, or the resources that they did not have. Because also within my research, it was found, when you have childhood trauma and it goes unaddressed, it can significantly impact your brain development and how you view individuals and society in general. So you're always in like a survival energy. So there can be a lot of times where your parent may have just been in survival energy because they have a lot of things that they never dealt with, that they went through. And now you are receiving the brunt end of it all. You get what I'm saying? So now you're sitting here with this dark heart or hurt for them and what they did to you. And there's healing and understanding through the generational traumas, how it passes down. And that's what it means to break a generational curse and blessing. So those of you all who are on this frequency that I'm on, the frequency that I teach, the frequency that I work in, the frequency that I'm on, is on the frequency of, if we are the generation blessing creators, we're creating new meaning for what has happened in the past and identifying these are reasons as to why this happened. It's always a reason. There's always a why something happened. So now that I have this understanding, I'm going to go in and create those different actions, those different actionable steps and things of that nature to stop it. You feel me? Stephanie, thank you for the Cash App pool. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the donations. Thank you to everyone who is registered for the Butterfly Effect Conference, who's coming. Registration closes on Friday. All of the free tickets are gone. So now we do have the donation-based tickets for $5 that are available for you to purchase until the end of the week. I'm so excited, y'all. This season that we are in, I was just telling the butterflies, like, I don't know if y'all feel this, and if you don't, you need to get on this wave of this energy. But there's an energy of completion of a major cycle as you're walking into, like, it's like each cycle, you know, when we think about the hero's journey, okay? Those in the Butterfly School of Transformation, if you watch that class from semester 3, I think, and we talked about the hero's journey, right? So understanding the journey of the hero's journey, it's like we're at the end of that journey and that return home. So with that return home, it's like you're getting ready to step out into now the next journey, the next full card, the next full energy, okay? And it's beautiful. Thank you, Steffi. Hi, Kiki. I am doing amazing, my love. Yes, it's full circle season. Exactly. It's full circle season. And whatever your season is that's coming to an end, that's getting ready to begin again, and that goes along with the alignment with the spring semester, right? We have the spring equinox that's getting ready to happen. And so with that transition of the seasons and just the energy, when you move with the season and the energy, it's a different vibe, okay? Now, you all know I move with the sidereal vibe, but collective universal energy is still the same. And it's like this season, it's a closing out of a certain season. And it's like, what's next? And I know parts of what's next, because I know parts of what I want to do. But it's getting to, okay, that part of what's next, you know? I appreciate you all. And so, oh gosh, even down to everyone who was present, it was like perfect. It was perfect. It was perfect. That's all I can just say. It was perfect. I'm happy I can show up for you, Tay Pooh. And you know we appreciate our fairy in the space too, because you're going to come through and sprinkle some fairy, okay? Period. Give us the fairy, Pooh. Give us the fairy. Baby, these birds be running so fast. Oh, hell, that's a big spike. What is that? Where'd it go? It disappeared. Or did it just blend in? Oh my gosh, that thing was so big. As long as it stay away from me, honey, I'm good. Oh, I promise to continue showing up, my loves, in the ways that I feel called to show up. Period. I will. Thank you. I've kind of made that my defense color. For my comprehensive exams, I wore black and blue. I believe for my proposal, I wore blue as well. Our school colors are blue, so it's just like, let me just stick to the theme. And then blue is also the throat chakra, so I wanted to channel that. Thank you. And then, of course, I'm a Zeta, so blue and white are our colors, my love. And shout out to the butterflies that were able to come as well. Who all were there? Jeree, Shayna, Trina. Did anyone else make it in? I know I saw them three. Thank y'all for coming. It was a vibe. I will be uploading the presentation as well at a later date on my other channel for you all to see on my Moe Nicole channel. Baby, this candle been outside for a couple seasons, it seemed like. And it's still working now. It's still working. Bird seeds and everything inside of it. How was you all's day today? What did you get into? I was looking for something. Come through, good day. A lovely day. A lovely day. I can't hold it this long. I didn't prepare my breath for that. When I wake up in the morning, love. Yes, the sun was beautiful today. Schoolwork and housework, yes. House class is going, Pooh. Come through, self-care. Oh, self-care and fajitas, honey. Okay. What kind y'all make? Self-care and fajitas. When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes. I done forgot the song, words to the song. I'm about to look it up. I remember when I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Oh, just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Come through. Knock it out. Period. Period. And it's going to be an amazing outcome for you, Pooh. Amazing. When the day that lies ahead of me seemed impossible to face. Thank you, Annette, for your donation, for your PayPal. I'm sitting here looking at the lyrics and I just got a notification. Thank you, love. Look, which Annette is it? It's two Annettes in the village. It's two Annettes in the village. Thank you, love. Always seems to know the way, or when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way. Then I look at you. You know what? What's that one song? Sunshine. My life, my life, my life, my life in the sunshine. Let me get my popsicle stick. Everybody loves the sunshine. Sunshine. Doom, doom, doom. Folks get down in the sunshine. Sunshine. Yes. Feel what I feel, what I feel, what I feel, what I'm feeling. In the sunshine. Hey, what? Feel what I feel, what I feel, what I feel, what I'm feeling. In the sunshine. Hey, Ed Executive, how you doing, Pooh? Hey, Annette Pooh. See, we got both our Annettes in the chat. Thank you, Annette Pooh. Thank you, mamas. And how are you doing today? Look, they said, folks get down in the sunshine. Sunshine. Folks skip round in the sunshine. This energy that we're in, we're walking into a season where we're being called to use more of our creative skills. Hone in more on those things that make us feel free and make it feel like sunshine. Hey, Bettina Poole, thank you. You know, Do the things that make you feel like sunshine, that make you feel like a flower that's being planted and the sun is beaming down on you as you're growing and expanding. In what way can you help create more sunshine in the world? What's your role? Everyone in this butterfly village has a role of creating more sunshine, of enabling other people as they grow deeper into their own power, their own strength, their individual power, and how they choose to use it. And so what is that role? And that's the role that we're all walking into. And it's like we're being solidified into that y'all remember a while ago where I was channeling a lot of Power Ranger energy. And it's like each Power Ranger had a different power that related to a different animal. But each one was important. And it's like we're in that season where we're each gearing into our sacral power. What sets that apart? What sets that different? And what does that look like? You know, it makes me think of a while ago where I asked my goddesses in the Butterfly School of Transformation, I was asking them, what are you the goddess of? What are you the goddess of? And I'm the goddess of transformation. Transformation and transitions. Whether if it's helping people through a transition they're going through in their life, or a transformation, being there with them during a support, accepting it, normalizing it. Because the more we normalize transitions and transformation, the easier it becomes and the simpler life becomes. Is when we make it hard, you know. We make it more difficult than what it has to be a lot of times. And we all have been guilty of it because, hey, every day, and this is something that one of my advisors told me when I was working on my doctorate, and she said, look, every day you wake up is practice. You've never been a doctor before. You've never experienced this day before. You've never received this feedback before. Everything is practice that you go through. This is your first time experiencing this. So view it differently. And that helped me a lot with my getting through my program and not being so hard on myself, like, oh, I should know this and why don't I get this? And because, I'm used to being this high achieving individual because I pushed myself so hard after what happened in my undergrad that I was just like, I will never go back that way again. So I became this high achieving, right? But in the program, you learn that you could be a master of one, but you can't master all this right now. Master one. So what is yours? What is yours? We have to ask ourselves that. Members, did y'all have any questions or anything? And thank you everyone for all the donations and stuff. It means a lot. All that jazz, super chats. Well, no one has sent the super chat today, but the members, the PayPal, Cash App, thank you, my loves. It's definitely appreciated. Everyone who has sent the good energy of congratulations, thank you. To my fellow graduates this semester, shout out to you. To those of you all who are looking to go back to school or you're working on a program, whatever that case is, come on through, okay? I am accepting gifts all month. This is also my birthday month, so the end of the month is my birthday. So definitely feel free to send your girl something if you feel like I have imparted or invested some good energy into you and you would like to sow a seed back into this space. Thank you for all of that support. I am about to get out of here and enjoy the sunset and the rest of the day. I thank you all for being here. And as always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what your higher self and your spirit team is calling for you to do. Period. I'll see y'all later. Bye.